Okay, so I'm up on the roof. Right now I'm up on the very top, as high as I can go on the third floor. And we're gonna walk around and talk about a few things. First thing I want to talk about is this uh, dormer type section, or this decorative section. Um, so you can see that has been repairs done. So this is actually a piece of metal, like a metal capping. For example, um, this house here, that is newer capping, so it's not all rusty, and it looks good. So that would have been the best thing to do here, but instead they just sort of took roofing cement and put it over top. And then you can see that they sprayed in some joints. So I mean, this is classic of what somebody was chasing a leak, where they weren't sure, and so they just start repairing certain areas. It's what it looks like, because like, I'm not sure why you would like put that Flex Seal spray, in just random locations. Like, I get this, I get trying to repair here, but still. Another thing too is, you see how this is silver here. This is actually like a self-adhesive, flexible flashing tape. It's usually used for flashing like doors and windows, stuff that's not going to be exposed. So you can see that here, and then along here, as well as some roofing tar. You see that here as well. Down here, I guess maybe they couldn't reach that. That's an older repair. So yeah, so my concern is, and it's like all four corners, and my concern is that this it doesn't last. Like, you can see, this was done years ago, this was recently done, so the roofing tar just doesn't last. It dries out, especially in the sun. It dries out and it starts to crack, and so it's just not a permanent repair. So that's my concern. Is it leaking now? I don't think so. I haven't looked inside yet, but it looks pretty well sealed up out here, besides where some of this is starting to dry out and crack again. So this is definitely something that needs to be monitored, to be proactive. Certainly, putting, these shingles are getting old too. So, and it's hard to say, like, why did they do this? Was it just the metal? Was it the shingles as well? Looking at the rest of the shingles, looks like there's still some life left in it. So you might be able to get away with just, leaving it like this. Then when the shingles are worn out, then just go ahead and replace the capping and everything. So, then chimney, same thing with the chimney. You could see some repairs here with roofing tar. So not permanent. A masonry product would be the best thing for this location, with a good slope on the crown, so water sheds away instead of pulling up and sitting there. You can see that a lot of Flex Seal was used on the outside of this, and this was the outside of this was painted at some point. And you can actually see that silver goes down and over there along the wall. There is some mortar joint deterioration, so I'll talk more about that in the report in the exterior section. But now the rest of the roof is like a flat style, looks like an asphalt roofing material. This looks okay. It has that silver coating, looks like it was recently done. And that's what you need to do with these asphalt flat roofs. They need to be coated every couple of years. So that looks like it's in good shape. We'll talk more about, I might be able to get this in the video about the lower section of the porch, but yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It might be a metal roof. I haven't gotten out there yet. But come down here and talk about down here a little bit. So same thing, like a flat, what appears to be an asphalt roof. This was partially coated, so this section down here, up here, still needs to be coated again. And you can see what happens when it's not coated. You start to get these cracks like this, and that's can be the start of leaks and stuff like that. Question I get a lot is these boxes here. This is most likely was access to this attic area or the roof area above the ceiling down below, because there usually isn't any access inside. So at this point it's been all sealed up, so that's what that's there for. So I did want to mention here that the peeling paint, although this has nothing to do with the roof, but do have some peeling paint up here, and this window has seen better days. You have a lot of this spray foam here that is not meant to be exposed to the elements. So yeah, this is going to need some work here. So this is metal, the rest isn't. So the wood has deteriorated because of that. And then at some point they had this plastic window well cover you normally see in basements over top of this window, and then whatever this is, some sort of corrugated plastic. So yeah, there's definitely was water issues here. You can tell by their attempts to try to keep the water out. It could have been because there was an air conditioner in the window, not sure. I mean, there definitely was water damage here though, so definitely going to need some work in this area to get this watertight, and get rid of that spray foam and whatnot. Talk a little bit about the garage roof. That's asphalt roll roof that looks like it needs to be silver coated, and it might need some repairs with the with some roofing tar in a couple of spots, especially on this section of wall that sticks up above the rest of the roof. But like I said, those need to be coated. If they're not coated, the life expectancy of the roof drops significantly. So so yeah, let me lay this down so I can get to my ladder. I want to try to get in the house. Alright, so we can look out the front. Sorry, this is kind of a long video here, but a lot to look at. Fortunately, that window does not stay up. Okay. So, just real quick, we can see some cracking in the roof here. It's hard to tell what it was originally. I'm sure this was metal. There might be metal underneath of it that might have went over with roll roof. Yeah, it's hard to tell because of the coating. I think they did go over the metal roof with some sort of material. I can't tell because the roof coating is so thick, but there is cracks. Those cracks are going to need some attention. You can see up against the house there as well. And over here in the corner, like right here. So all right, so let's quick run down to the front porch roof. Can't get that open. Okay. So, sort of the same thing here as well. So this actually looks pretty good. So yeah, you just have to keep after the maintenance of the coating. When you see it start to crack and peeling, then you know it's time to coat it again. So these roofs can last a long time if you stay on top of it. If you let it go, obviously they're not going to last. So yeah, that's going to be it.